resource rich, but we still have an incredible amount of poor people. And even when our middle class has grown, there's still a lot of people living from paycheck to paycheck. So financial literacy is incredibly important. And it got to a point where I realized that in Africa, even if we grew up knowing that we need to make money in order to become financially successful, we're not taught in any formal framework how to keep it or grow it. And that's a problem, because basically we go from primary school to university, get your first job, and you're just expected to know how to magically manage your money. And I don't think it's fair. I think we need to start early on. And also, when you Google personal finance, what comes up is more about 401ks, the student debt loan problem, credit card problems, and those things don't really apply to us in Africa. So we need to start learning about it in context. So we do have a debt problem, but ours is more about onigbese and people, taking on loans that they cannot support, their incomes. It's more about the debts that people take for their businesses and can't pay back because they don't understand what they're using the money to do. So I wanted to write something that was putting our personal finance issues in context. Why is it important for African women? I think that we're vulnerable when it comes to these things because our society is a very patriarchal society, and we teach men from early on that they are going to be the providers. So they start off thinking that they need to be responsible financially so that they can build a financial future for their families. But women are brought up to feel like they're nurturers, which is great, but what happens is when they do get into the workforce and they start earning money, that money often translates to what they can spend, because that's how women are thinking about money, how they can spend more on themselves. That extra income translates to how they can spend on their kids, how they can make their house a home. So even in times where their income is very, very important to the household, they're contributing to things like rent, school fees. But the problem is those things, they go. It doesn't go into assets that will provide you with an income in the future, because we see building assets as a man's job. But the problem with that is a lot of women find themselves in precarious financial situations when, God forbid, the man of the house dies or their husband leaves them, or something sudden happens and they can't look after themselves financially. So they can be great savers, but they tend to save to spend as opposed to saving to build. And we need to change that.